Wonderful. How are y'all doing? Let me move this out of the way. Boom. So, fix this. You know what? I'm gonna fix something real quick because I'm suspecting. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that rough entry, y'all. So, if you haven't guessed by now, we are casting the match between in the upper left, our green Protoss player, Dargox Daddy, and in the bottom right, in the yellow trunks, we have RNG's Ego, a Terran player. So, yeah, these two have already done some banter real quick, and while they banter, I'm gonna go ahead and lower the sound. Oh my god, it's so loud. So let me know if it's an acceptable level or if you can't hear anything in game. But yeah, talking about the weather. This is, of course, Echo LE. And I'm using the wrong interface. I should be using WCS, so I apologize for that. But we have a probe scout here. Not a lot to say about this map. We of course, blah, I'm all tongue-tied tonight. But we have a pretty decent rush distance. Looks like both players are going to be doing very typical Protoss Terran stuff. Terran's going to be taking his natural and moving off his barracks. He's probably going to be building the next step in his tech tree, a factory. And in the upper left, Protoss is grabbing his second, or Ego is grabbing his second gas. And he's doing a 1-gate expand. Pretty safe. Wonder if this Reaper is going to be able to pick off any drones, but the Mothership Core is, of course, here to defend. You know, the Mothership Core is really weird in the Legacy of the Void beta, from what I've seen so far. It's just not very good about helping to defend the many expansions that everyone's taking, if it gets to that point of the game. AK Diley says, you're not secretly a Milwaukeean, are you, Fonz guy? Yeah. Those are the rules I typed up actually earlier today. Be cool like Fonz, if you're going to be chatting. AK Diley's being cool. Aren't you, AK? Second racks here, so we don't yet see any factory, which is really interesting. Of course, we expect Ego to have a really heavy bioforce, but if he's not going to be grabbing any Hellions or any Widow Mines of any kind, I'm really curious as to what kind of push he's going to make here, probably even in just a couple minutes. If he gets a Tech Lab, we can expect Marauders and him to get Stim or Concussive Shells. I think Concussive Shells would be really interesting. We of course would expect Ego, or I'm sorry, Daddy, to be getting a bunch of Stalkers, as he is. And Daddy's just playing really conservatively. He has a robotics facility with an observer coming out, super standard. But this Twilight Council indicates to me that, excuse me, he's going to probably be grabbing Blink Stalker tech, making some kind of push of his own. And the Reaper goes down. I'm not sure if he actually got that scout off. Yeah, he did see everything he needed to. Twilight Council, the 1-gate that Daddy has. So Ego, he's going to be moving out here. I actually don't know when. I'm not very familiar with this particular build of Terrans. He's finally grabbing that factory, and it's finishing up now. He has a Stim on the way instead of Concussive Shell. So he's playing a more standard, safe Terran. Stim is actually... I'm going to go with Ego's decision-making on this one in his experience. I'm not sure which one would be better for the kind of build that Ego's going, because again, I haven't really seen this particular one before. I expect him to be really aggressive, though. Then again, he is grabbing a bunch of gas. And Daddy, of course, grabbing his 4 gases because he's going to be going stalker heavy here in any moment now. Grabbing that forge, probably for +1. And more gateways being added, so it's getting closer and closer to the 9-minute mark, and we see the Dark Shrine. Audio issues, small static. Okay. Let me know if that gets any worse, or how exactly is... Actually, let me go ahead and make an adjustment real quick, because I don't want you guys to deal with static. One moment. Static's just terrible. Oof. Alright, you're gonna have to let me know if the sound is okay now. Oh, I'm trying to get this into a good position here. I have a snowball mic. I just don't know how to use it. Ugh. But hopefully you can hear me. I'm gonna go ahead and project because I can see the microphone meter move whenever I do that. We have this move out from Ego being the aggressive Terran I expected him to be. Those force fields are entirely necessary. Daddy doesn't have a lot to defend with at this point. He has a few stalkers on, of course, in his main, possibly able to blink down here any moment, but he does not have a lot in the natural, and I'm not sure he could hold if Ego pushes in, as he is doing now. There is that photon overcharge, the Mothership core goes down, and of course, all the sentries will be picked off. Daddy finally moves those 6 extra stalkers down, and he's he's taking his blink advantage here to try to save some stalkers. He does lose more than half of his force. Natural's going to go down, and a lot of these probes as well. But if we look back at Ego, he does indeed have to deal, or rather contend, with these Dark Templar. If we look at the Workers Lost tab, Daddy's actually in the lead because of his Dark Templar, but of course Ego looks like he's going to clean up Daddy's defensive force. But I'm not sure if he can kill him with only 6 units out here, 2 Marauders and a few Marines. They're awfully well... They have a great health insurance plan, but I'm not sure if it'll be enough. Death is rather incurable, and Daddy does GG out. The Dark Templar did not do enough damage. And that's the first game of this best of 3. I'm sorry for the rough start, y'all. I really do appreciate your patience as we work out the kinks on our first broadcast.